Hey everybody, and welcome to a new series on the channel. This is I Am Dead, kind of a hidden object finding adventure puzzle game sort of thing. It's just been released the day I'm playing it. I know very little about it. I know we're dead, obviously, and I am playing with a controller. Don't know if that's the right option or not. The right choice, I mean. Alright, so you're going to tell me a little bit about it. Alright, I can move. Yep, gotcha. Pretty slow moving.
Well, here I am again. Maurice Lupton off for my morning walk.
Am I supposed to be looking...
This must be the finest stretch of beach on the finest island the whole world over. For a little speck of land in the North Atlantic, it sure is a good un. Oh, I see those yoga folks up at the lighthouse are up bright and early, saluting the sun and all that. I always thought that looked like fun. But this walk isn't the same without Sparky. She did love chasing that tennis ball. Oh, Sparky. I miss you, girl.
Sparky must be a dog.
The crater's definitely been smoking more than usual lately. That's funny, that, for a dormant volcano.
Yeah, it doesn't sound very dormant to me.
Shelmerston used to be a quiet place. You'd only come here if you liked fishing or bird watching. But since the new ferry service started, we get loads of tourists. But what you gonna do? It's always changing. Yep, Shelmerston's a smashing place. I'm lucky to call it home.
What's the bench say?
The bench. Yeah, this is, well, it's my bench. Yeah, the museum paid for it because I was the curator there. Yeah, and they did that to remember me because, oh yes.
Because you're dead?
I am dead.
Yeah. That's the name of the game. I am dead.
It's been some adjustment, but not all bad. Yeah, I should probably go and check on the museum, actually.
Are we checking on the museum now? You're gonna teach me some things?
Yeah, I've been collecting the stories of Shelmerston for years now, here in my museum. There are so many stories, and wonderful ones. The museum started off small, but just grew and grew. It's shut at the moment, of course. Not sure what's going to happen with it now that I'm no longer doing it.
Dog.
I do like coming back here, though.
Can't go
It gives me a
forward
bit
yet.
of purpose, which I've really missed since, becoming dead. Oh, one thing that's been keeping me amused. Since I've been dead, I found I can do some new things.
Oh. What's in there? You have a sword in there. Museum artifact. Some other stuff. So we can zoom in, kind of slice, cut things. Okay, that's not the right way. Zoom out. Gotcha. That's the whole point of the game, right? Is to see inside things. Oh, you can see the dog's tag there. Inside the urn. Oh, you can zoom in on it specifically.
Pretty weird. Yeah, I'm not sure what use it is, but it's been keeping me quite entertained.
Alright, well, I think I'm broken. Because it's not actually slicing how you would think. Can I back out? Unlock, there
But
you
the
go.
novelty's worn off. I mean, it's been, well, I don't know how long exactly, but an awful long time since I've had anyone to talk to. Well, anyone who talked back, anyway.
Can I, want me to talk to this fellow? I want to actually, I want to change the settings real quick. Because I feel like the volume needs to come down a hair. The dialogue volume needs to come down a bit. Alright, what do you want me to do, game? You want me to inspect some things? I can inspect things. I really wish this was inverted. I probably should change that because it's going to be a little annoying. If I lock onto this thing. Bronze Age jewelry. Okay, it's just bronze inside. I got you. What do you want from me, game? You want to talk to somebody. Well, I can't talk to him. Oh, do you want me to go back to your dog?
No, I couldn't. That sounds like Sparky. Is that you?
Find this. Oh, yeah, find the thing we already found. I gotcha. There it is. Can I get it? There we go. So I have to angle it. I found it. Hello, Sparky.
Morris, come with me. I need to show you something.
Okay, but my dog can speak English.
It's Sparky?
Morris, you worked it out.
You can talk?
Well, I could always talk. You just couldn't understand me.
And you can hear me?
Well, sure. You are talking, aren't you?
Oh, Sparky!
What is it, Morris?
It's been so long. I thought I'd had my last conversation. Oh, I'm so very glad.
I'm glad too, Morris. I've been waiting for you. We need to go...
Oh, wait. Are you really my Sparky? My Sparky girl?
Mostly. The best bits. But listen, I don't know how long before the volcano erupts, but it's not long now.
The volcano? Erupting? But it's dormant.
No. It has been dormant because of the custodian. But the custodian is weakening and we don't know how much longer they can hold on.
Who's the custodian?
The custodian? What are you talking about?
Shelmerston is volcanic. It's supposed to erupt every once in a while. The only reason it hasn't is the custodian, keeping the island calm.
Wait, custodian keeping the island calm?
Take your time, Morris. Dogs are better at understanding this kind of stuff than humans.
The custodian is a ghost.
Yes! Now you're getting it. The custodian is a ghost who appeases the island, keeps it safe to live on. But the current custodian has been doing the job a long time and really needs to retire.
And the island needs a new custodian.
That's right. It's up to us to find a new one.
What about us?
There are 5 prospects that
Aren't
I know
we a
of.
custodian?
5 ghosts still hanging around the island who haven't gone into the west yet. We need to find them and see if they'll take the job.
What if none of the prospects wants it?
If the current custodian fades away and there's nobody to commune with the island's spirit, well, that would be bad.
Bad how, Sparky?
Volcano bad. You've seen how it's smoking. We don't have long now.
Well, could I be the custodian?
There you go. That's the answer.
I wish. But Ghost Code 342B dictates that the custodian must be a ghost who has been dead on this island for at least 1,000 days. And we don't have that long.
Ghost Code 342B. Yeah, well, I suppose that makes as much sense as anything else.
Right. Let's get going, Morris. Our first prospect is Peter Noach.
Oh, yeah, from the yoga centre. Yeah, he died a few years ago, didn't he? Yeah, I remember his funeral on the lighthouse.
Yes, that's the fella. He always had those funny green treats. Let's go pay him a visit.
Funny green treats? Like Some herbal medicines. All right, let's go. Do want a quick change here. Oh, excuse me, I can't go there. We had to change scenes. I couldn't go to the map yet, or go to the menu.
Wow, flying! Oh, this feels nice.
What?
Yeah, I wanna change settings real quick again. Just drop the dialogue volume a hair more.
Oh, right. Oh. You kind of forget about it after a while.
I always was impressed with this yoga center. Pete seemed like a chap who went through some tough times, and creating this place really seemed to help him.
Yep, and it's still going strong. They're always busy with folks from the mainland.
A yoga center run by a robot. How things change. Well, it seems to be working out, though. So, now Pete's a ghost, so how do we find him?
Well,
What'd you say,
remember that
pizza
clue I
ghost?
sent you from inside my urn? The tag?
Yeah?
Right. So that was something special to me while I was alive that helped me channel my ghost. A kind of memento. So we need to channel the ghost of Peter Noach. And to do that, we need to find his mementos.
And how are we going to do that?
By looking into the memories of those who loved him best. People with memories of Pete will have little thought bubbles coming out of their heads. Those are a sign you'll be able to dive into that person's memory.
All right, find people with thought bubbles.
I suppose that's
Gotcha.
hardly the strangest thing I've heard today.
Oh, Morris, just you wait. Now, to recap. Find people who are close to Peter, view their memories, track down the mementos, and then leave the rest to me.
So people, then memories, then mementos, then Pete. Yeah, think I get the idea. Okay, let's go.
All right, let's go. Pete Noach, 1956 to 2013. Pete arrived on Shelmerston to take the job of lighthouse keeper. He led a solitary life for several years, seldom visiting the town and speaking only rarely, before opening the lighthouse as a yoga retreat with the help of a robot called EM. All right, can we zoom in, please? All right, we're in. All right, so that does that. That does that. All right, find people with thought bubbles coming out of their heads. You have a thought bubble coming out of... You did or did not, I don't remember. You do. So let's lock onto your face. Hello, Jennifer Leslie. Jennifer is a convert to yoga, having initially been skeptical. A keen golfer, she's found that yoga has significantly improved her core stability, improving both the accuracy and power of her swing. Let's zoom into her brain. View her memories.
I just got divorced and really wanted to go on a golfing holiday, but my best mate Tammy somehow talked me into doing a yoga retreat instead. Yoga made me feel weird and uncomfortable. After the first day, I'd basically given up. I thought Pete was a bit angry with me. It was hard to tell.
Are we done? Are we in frame? Yeah.
Exploring the lighthouse, I came across Pete's set of clubs. Bingo, I thought. I wondered where I could practice my drive.
That's better. Somewhere in there. Well, off the top of the lighthouse, obviously, because you can just chuck a ball right off the top of the lighthouse. I don't think I recommend that because that sounds bad for the environment. There you go. That's right.
I took the clubs up to the observation deck and spent all afternoon perfecting my stroke. The sun was shining. It was the best time I'd had all week. Suddenly, I was aware of Pete watching me. My heart sank and I braced myself for a telling off. How wrong I was. Pete cracked a smile and joined in. Every evening for the rest of that week, we were up on that observation deck, driving balls into the sea. Best holiday in years. I even got into yoga by the end.
Where's the right line? not that far. And that looks kind of okay, but then the bottom is washed out. Oh, I just didn't go far enough. Excuse me. Even got into yoga by the end.
I guess old Pete had a light side after all.
I feel like my audio is not in the right space or right spot. Either too quiet or too loud. Right now I feel that it's kind of too loud. So let's deal with that. Let's turn the music down a hair. We'll know if I'm really doing that in the good way. Alright, so if we go down to this level, I saw someone in like the other room. There you go. You guys don't have any thought bubbles over your head though. And nobody in this room. You do. Okay. Hello, person. Simone Ansley. After Pete died, Simone wasn't sure if she would return to the Shelmerston Yoga Center, but she didn't want to let down the regular group of friends she'd made here. They always come for half term, and when she arrived, she discovered that the old magic hadn't been lost. Alright, Simone, let's get to your brain, please. Learn more about this Pete fellow.
Pete was hard to read, you know? Strong, silent type. But you could tell he loved his collection of Buddhas. He said they were like fat little soldiers that kept him safe. To be honest, I thought that was a bit odd. But he was a great teacher. Pete was very protective about his collection. Hated people messing with them, even telling off Em when she was dusting them.
Oh, M, not EM. Okay.
One day, one of the Buddhas went missing. Pete was distraught. Not much affected him, so it was a shock for everyone to see how upset he was. All of us at the retreat spent the whole afternoon searching, but we never found it.
Okay, so you can't find the missing Buddha.
To cheer him up, Em bought Pete a little toy robot. You could tell Pete was delighted.
Ah, what a lovely gesture. She was a good friend, that Em.
Alright, so now we know that he has a Buddha, some special Buddhas that are important to him. Golf tees are important to him. No one in this room. Wasn't there people in this room earlier, though? Did they move around? Okay, M243B. Robots like M were commissioned as part of a lighthouse automation project and shipped out to lighthouses all around the British Isles. Designed specifically to aid the running of a lighthouse, the M models were also known for their enhanced empathy circuits and horticultural skills. Let's go into the brain of M.
When Pete arrived at the lighthouse, he needed help running it, but refused all offers. Eventually, fearing the possibility of a shipwreck, Trinity House sent me to Shelmerston to help keep things running smoothly. I bought Pete a plant as a welcome present. He introduced himself very quietly, but didn't seem to want to say anything else. He seemed distracted, like gravity was pressing down on him harder than other people. Whenever I would enter a room, Pete would mutter some excuse to leave. I didn't have a single conversation with anyone in months. Eventually, Pete noticed the plant.
eventually Pete noticed the plant, so you bought him a plant, but you didn't tell him that it was a gift for him? Like, you made him wait and find it himself? Oh, is that because he left? He left every time you would enter the room. I gotcha. I understand, I think. So you didn't have the chance to tell him about the plant, is what I'm understanding.
Then Pete noticed me. That was the start of what became this plant room. We spent hours in here over the years, sowing seeds and tending our plants together.
All right, so he likes plants.
Wow. Robots got complicated, didn't they? Yeah, I didn't realize how important them was to Pete. I suppose everyone needs a friend. Sparky.
All right. What else? Oh, you have a thought bubble, Mr. Neil Lambert, a student of Pete's after meeting him at a yoga retreat in Goa, years ago. Sorry, they're doing some landscaping.
I met Pete for the first
outside?
time on a yoga retreat in Goa. He was the best yoga teacher, but very reserved. I noticed he had some army tattoos. I wanted to ask about them, but he would never talk about himself.
So, if you hear any lawnmowers or anything, I'm sorry. Can't help it that they're outside today. All right, there is he in Goa.
When I got home, I looked him up. I couldn't believe it. He'd been with Special Forces in Helmand and was awarded a medal for bravery. Pete's unit had been in an ambush. He tried to save a colleague whose leg had been blown off, but by the time they'd reached base, it was too late. Pete was the only survivor.
The only survivor, huh?
I booked the retreat again the next year. I thought he was such an interesting bloke. Still waters, you know. And one evening, after class, I followed him down to the beach. I saw him throw something into the water and went to have a look. Picked it out of the shallows before it was washed away. It was his medal. I picked it up. I went back to Goa the following year, but Pete wasn't teaching and it just wasn't the same. Not as good. Then, a couple of years later, I saw an online ad for his new retreat in a lighthouse. I booked immediately. I took the medal with me. Perhaps he would want it back.
Or perhaps he would think you're a weirdo for taking it in the first
It was
place.
the same Pete Noach, and if anything, he was an even better teacher. One coffee break, when I got him on his own, I brought up Helmand in conversation. I wish I hadn't. It was like a shutter coming down. I didn't mention the medal. I kept coming back for the yoga, and you know, over the years I saw Pete mellow. I think the lighthouse was doing him good. He even cracked a joke with the group once in a while. So, that summer, the one before he died, I decided to act. It was the day I was leaving and I showed him his medal. There was a moment of total surprise. I was worried then. But he took it. He turned it over in his hand. The poor guy was lost for words. He gave me a nod of thanks and slipped it into his pocket. I'm glad he got it back.
Alright, so he did want it back after all. Alright, so the medal.
Pete, I had no idea.
Should be one more. There you go. The bird has a memory? Stella the cormorant nests on the lighthouse. What a weird looking bird.
I was getting ready to lay my egg,
Just one egg? Is that all that cormorants lay is one
but
egg?
my nest needed that little something extra. I found the perfect thing.
A Rubik's Cube?
The human and that metal beast seemed quite agitated at their loss.
Okay. Where did it fit in? Right about there?
I always hated those blooming things.
Alright, so we need to find a Rubik's Cube, a medal, a plant. Well, I mean, there's tons of plants. Some golf tees, and a Buddha. That's as far up as we can go. Alright, where, if I was going to keep some of those items, where would I put them? Maybe in one of these drawers? The need to get used to the controls here. So that's not any of those items. Walkie-talkie. Crackles late at night. I mean, you can look inside the walkie-talkie, which is wild. Matches. So I don't see anything in the bulb bench. I did see a safe or something over here, a side table, excuse me. Cut through there. That's like an ocarina. No, that's a shoe. In a shell. Blue plastic clog and a shell. That's not the items we're looking for. Let's leave. Alright, there's all kinds of plants here. But I'm looking for a particular plant. Oh, there's a plant, grapefruit tree. It has the thing wrapped around it. Oh, maybe this is it.
Ugh! Dogs hate all fruit. I'm not going near this, Morris.
Okay, you don't want to do the fruit tree. That's fine.
Okay, let's find some more memories.
Alright, that's what I was going to do. Alright, so there's tons of stuff in here. There's some... Excuse me, can I get the chest of drawers, please? Can I lock on it? No, I want to lock onto the chest of drawers, please. Thank you. Just look in there. Is there anything in there? No. Unless there's something inside that particular pot, but I don't think I can look in it. Alright, so nothing in there. What about this chest of drawers, please? No. Alright, next room. We got some wooden elephants. There shouldn't be anything in the middle of those. Those should be solid. The trash can. Maybe something got into the trash can. Except I can't actually lock onto it. You lock into the toilet tank. Maybe there's something inside the toilet. Oh, there's a lobster in there. Alright, nothing in the toilet. Different masks, but I don't think there would be anything inside the mask. There might be something behind the mask. It would be kind of silly to put something back there, though. Alright, nothing there. Anything inside the towel rail? No? Alright, moving on. Is everything like... Because she talked about... is it based in the room that these people were in? Because she talked about the club. Yeah, it must be that, right? Because these things are lit up. So there's no reason to look in this room because none of these things are lit up. She's talking about the golf tees. I said club before. I was mistaken. I need to look for golf tees. Could be in the golf bag. I want to focus on the golf bag, please. In this little... Yeah, there you go. There you go. There... Not golf balls. I want to look at the tee, please. Pete's golf tee. A golf tee from the Kabul Golf Club where Pete Note was stationed in Afghanistan.
I wonder how many golf balls are in the sea around this lighthouse.
Probably too many. They're probably not good for the ocean. Alright, so yeah, now we know We have an idea of which room to look in. So not in here, in here. We want to find a Buddha. Where would a man hide a Buddha if he had to hide a Buddha? In this? Maybe? Not in this. I mean, probably not behind the shoes either. Little cabinet, maybe? Can't interact with that. There's a picture of him in the army, but you can't fit a Buddha behind there. Can I interact with anything else? The Brankshaw thermometer. The vacuum cleaner. I don't suppose anyone vacuumed up the Buddha, did they? Ah, that's why they couldn't find the Buddha, because he'd been sucked up into the vacuum cleaner. Also, there's a playing card in there.
Oh, what a nice little fella. I'm glad we found him.
So, a couple more to do, and then I suppose we'll end the episode after finding them. Probably after talking to Pete.
Hey, I'm starting to pick up the scent of something else here.
Yeah?
I think it's Grenkins.
Grenkins?
Yeah, they're tiny spirits, distant relations of the island spirit. Apparently they bring good luck. When we get close to one, I'll pop up and let you know.
Okay, Sparky.
Alright, we're out on the look for Grenkins as well. There are Grenkins here? Grenkins? Gotta find some Grenkins? Oh. Is the Grenkin a lobster that we found in the toilet tank?
Okay, we're in the right place. But now we need to slice and rotate this object to just the right spot to get the Grenkin out.
Well, we've already found the Grenkin, and you didn't let me know that earlier. Hey, Grenkin. Grenkin's found, 1 of 9. Okay, so he's not a lobster. He was just near the lobster.
Hello, Grenkin. Good to see you. Morris, these spirits have been on Shelmerston for thousands of years, and they bring good luck. We should definitely keep finding them.
Alright, I will find the Grenkins. Yap's Head Lighthouse, the bathroom, is where we found that one. Is there a Grenkin here? Here, what is that? I don't even know what you're showing me. Looks like a computer mouse with a little dangly bit underneath it. Maybe that's this plant? With the little bobbin nubbin thing? I mean, I doubt it, but I can't even lock in on that plant. So it's probably not that one. Maybe one of these up here? Maybe one of yous? Can't lock onto M. And we can go back, we can look. You didn't give me the idea of, oh, we're in the right area, though, when I clicked on that. What is... That's what I'm looking for, right? Yeah, I'm looking for something that looks like that, but what looks like that? Maybe a waste of time. Let's not look for this right now. It does look like it's a hanging... Well, no, I don't know if it's a hanging something. I don't know. Let's move on. Let's not waste my time here. looking for... Okay. Again, I don't know what that thing is. I could spend a lot of time looking for it, but let's not. Because this has already gone on fairly long. Let's just look for these things. I'm looking for a medal. What is that? A case. Seems like where you may put a medal. There it is. The Conspicuous Gallantry Cross.
This is a Conspicuous Gallantry Cross. They don't give those to just anybody.
Alright. Last part. Let's look for the Rubik's Cube. It's gonna be inside the lantern room somewhere. Maybe inside that toolbox, Pete's toolbox. Has a feather on it. There it is. One puzzle cube. Guess we can't call it Rubik's Cube because that's a brand name. And found your friends by insisting this is fun to solve.
Dogs are actually very good at solving these. They're just hard for us to turn.
Alright, that's everything. Can we talk to Pete now?
Okay, that's all of the mementos. Now what do we have to do?
Wow, I'm getting a really strong scent. Well done. I should easily be able to sniff out Peter's spirit now.
All right then. What do you need me to do?
Absolutely nothing. Just let me do my thing.
Alright, you do your thing, and I'll follow you. I'm not using my mouse, though. I mean, I kind of did use my mouse. I don't want to use the mouse. I can press that button.
World?
There's many things in the world you haven't seen, Morris.
Those things,
Yep. Yep. Those are all of Pete's fragments. I just need to round them up.
Go get 'em, girl.
Alright, go get them. Okay, that's X or cross or whatever in with the PlayStation controller. Best game ever. You can yip at things. Kind of on rails here. Well, not really on rails, but you can go up and down a little bit. And I can run fast like a good girl. Let's go take his memories back. Oh, we're missing one. Where's the memory we're missing? Oh, there it is. Come back with me, fragment of memory. Get thee into Pete Noach's body.
Pete? Oh, wow. It's really you. Well, it's me, Morris. Morris Lupton.
Of course I remember you, Morris. It's lovely to see you. How's death treating you?
Oh, well, you know, it's a bit jarring, but, well, I'm having a nice enough time. But listen, Pete, we've come to ask you something. Do you know about the custodian?
The custodian? The person who communes with the island, yes? I've noticed the volcano looks like it's waking up.
Yes, well, that's the thing. We need a new one.
Oh, me? To be the custodian? Oh, Morris, I'm flattered, but I don't think I'm the one for this job. I spent my whole life and my whole afterlife trying to find peace. And lately, I think I found it. I'm satisfied with how things turned out. I'm finally ready to go into the West. I don't want to stay around any longer.
All right, I understand,
Well,
Pete.
Well, fair enough.
Would you want to come with me? I would be grateful for the company.
Well, that's kind of you, but I do really need to help find a new custodian. Maybe afterwards.
I understand. Well, best of luck with the search then. I'm sure you'll find someone perfect for it.
I wonder, I mean, because they're saying you go into the West. Is that a European British kind of thing for European/British is what I mean. For, you know, moving on to the other side? Is that, or is that just in this game?
Well, that didn't go well.
Oh, no worries, Morris. Plenty of other prospects. Well, 4.
Hey, Pete mentioned going into the West. What is that?
Okay, so we're going to answer that.
Well, that's a very complicated question, Morris. Just think of it as leaving all this behind, which is not something we can do now. We need to go find Val. They're opening the sculpture park today.
Oh, is that opening already? Time certainly does move a bit quicker once you're not in the world. Talking to people, it all feels so distant. Though, if I'm being honest, I suppose I was a little buried in the museum those last few years after, well, you know. You know, you might say I started living like a ghost well before I became one.
Oh, you weren't a ghost, Morris. That museum is full of life, and ghosts can't give belly rubs anywhere near as well as you did, trust me. Now let's get going. We're gonna find Val.
Ah, yes, Val. I do feel a bit sorry for her, having her home invaded by all these silly artists.
Maybe. But at least we have a laird who's interested in doing nice things for Shelmerston.
Yeah, I suppose so. I was never sure about letting all those artists stay on Shelmerston, but I must admit that his heart's in the right place. Well, let's find Val then. After you, Sparky.
All right. Once we get to the new place, probably a good time to end the episode when we can. Once any, like, narration finishes.
My, how the park has changed. I barely recognize it anymore with all these artists buzzing about.
Oh, they're not so bad. So many different and exciting smells.
Yes, well, you and I have always valued different things in smells.
And now we need to sniff out Val. Just like before, let's find some people with memories of her and track down those mementos.
Valerie was the daughter of Henry Outram, the Laird of Shelmerston. Her mother died when Valerie was little, and she was always independent, roaming the grounds of Shelmerston Hall and exploring the island. In the early 90s, her father converted Shelmerston Hall to an artist commune and recently opened the grounds as a sculpture park. Alright, I'm free to move around, so now I suppose it's a good time to end the episode. There is a save and quit option, and if we wanted to go back to the lighthouse, it looks like we could go back to the lighthouse and maybe find the other things. Yeah, find the Grinkins. Alright, but for now, that's a good place to end the episode. So, thanks for joining me in this first episode of I Am Dead. As always, again, thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope to see you again next time.